Hi everyone. Let's take a look at number 7 on page 386. Determine k given two vectors and the angle between them. Part A. Vector A equals to -1, 2, and -3. Vector B equals to -6k, -1, k, and angle theta is 90 degrees. Step 1. When you think about the dot product of two vectors, so let's say vector A dotted to vector B, this equals to the magnitude of A times the magnitude of B cosine the angle between them. Now, when you think about the case we're looking at in part A, specifically, the vectors will look, roughly speaking, something like this. So notice how they are exactly 90 degrees apart. So you can put a 90-degree symbol, or you can write down theta equals to 90 degrees. I'm going to label this as vector A and B. And of course, this is a three-dimensional example, or R3, as they would say in the textbook. So you go back, let's highlight the first piece. Vector A is going to be -1, 2, and -3. Likewise, if you look at the second piece, vector B, right here, that's going to be -6k, -1, and k. And if you think about the right-hand side, this is going to be the magnitude of A, which is the square root, and maybe I should write it like this. So I'm going to erase this right now. Oops, let's try again. I'm going to erase this right now and write down the magnitude of A, which is the square root of the sum of the squares, -1 square plus 2 square plus -3 square times the magnitude of B, which is going to be, in brackets, let's zoom out a little bit, -6k square plus -1 square plus k square cosine 90 degrees. Now here's a shortcut. The reason I drew that diagram for you is because if you know it's 90 degrees apart, then really cosine of 90 is exactly 0. So even without writing these two terms explicitly, you could have concluded that the right-hand side is going to be exactly 0. Now this means, again, on the left-hand side, you have -1 times -6k plus 2 times -1 plus -3 times k, which equals to 0. Let's zoom in for you. Now, your goal is to solve for k. -1 times -6, that's +6, so 6k minus 2 minus 3k equals to 0. 6k minus 3k, that's going to be 3k. You bring -2 to the right. The opposite of multiplying by 3 is to divide by 3. So k equals to 2 divided by 3. I hope this makes sense.